Chronicles, episode number 20. We're back, and I'm here with the one and only Danny Diablo, a.k.a.
What's up?
Zach.
That's me, everyone. Shout out to my boy Jay Reason,
Man,
who's doing
what's
it
up,
big time.
Dude, so I was looking, I always feel bad because I always say we take these like long breaks, but it's because both of us get pretty busy here. So I apologize for the length in between, but shout out to Brian Fair for doing the last episode. It was fucking crushed.
Brian's such a good guy, man. Listen to his music, bro.
Yeah, no, and the episode was tight. So we apologize about for the delay between episodes, but E's been busy, I've been busy, but we're back. We're gonna try to get more consistent. So let's just jump right into everything E. So since the last episode, the big thing that you did, which was fucking awesome, I'm going to encourage everybody to check it out. I'm going to have a picture over here, was you did episode of No Jumper, big podcast for those who don't know, big YouTube thing. Shout out Adam22. Tell us about that experience, man. The interview was fucking awesome, dude. What's it been like?
First and foremost, thank you for the mic. This microphone right here is sponsored by Jay Reason.
Yeah, sponsored by Static Era Records.
Static Era Records in the house. Check this out. The first thing I took a trip to the West Coast. I went to Vegas and Los Angeles. I played a Hood Fest out there. A shout out to fucking Hoodcore Fest. A shout out to fucking Junior and the DMS brothers.
Shout out.
And all the bands I played. The Count Time. I got Count Time shit right here. So it was a beautiful punk rock, Mexican, Chicano, fucking punk rock festival, and everyone was good, no fights, everything was amazing. My shout out to my Storm came with me, my girl came with me, and we had a great fucking time. But I went out there with with Storm and my manager, the DRP, and I basically went out there to Vegas and to do the show and also to be on No Jumper. Shout out to Adam22,
shout out,
who's a hardcore guy. He's one of the biggest podcast guys in the world, next to Joe Rogan, probably. Like No Jumper.
I would say, like and especially like in his culture, he turned on a lot of rappers who went on to be very very big.
Yeah. He put them on, and also he showed the world all these trap rappers and rapper dudes who I am, and he showed me so much fucking love and so much respect. And I have to say, dude is a fucking gentleman. The dude is a real motherfucker. I got Adam22's back. I don't give a fuck.
That's cool. No, me too, man. I know.
Shout out to Adam22. Thank you so much. He made me feel fucking just made me feel fucking like relevant and fucking. He's the first thing he said to me. I've been a fan of yours since I was 12 years old. He was so happy.
That's cool.
Yeah, it made me feel good. And he knew everything. And my girl was there. We met his family. We met everyone at the place. He gave me so much props and love. And you know what? Not that many people in our industry that are like that. So
yeah, it's true. It's a lot
I
of
love
people,
you, brother. I love that motherfucker.
Yeah, a lot of people move on and kind of forget to show and recognize people. So that is sick. The other thing too, man. And only because it's going to sound like we're jumping a bunch of places, but only because it's been a gap in between episodes. But so after the No Jumper, you also been fucking killing it with Crown and Thorn shows, and you've got a whole bunch coming up, which I'll show those across the screen.
Yeah,
how have those been going? Are you excited to fucking?
Well, let's talk about what happened. 3 weeks ago, I fucking slipped in I did a James Brown, Claude Van Damme split in my bathroom. Because it was just a freak accident. I had my dog. It was wet floor, and I did a split, and I fucking popped my knee, my left knee popped, but my right. Everyone thought I did the crate challenge and fell. Fuck everyone. The Hoyer's telling niggas I did the crate challenge. Hoyer, shout out to Hoyer.
Shout out,
you nigga.
Shout out.
I love you, motherfucker.
Shout out, Smoking
I
Word
want to say
podcast.
Hoyer's brother David, rest in peace, Big Dave. I love you and I miss you, brother. And I just want to say Hoyer is holding it down like that.
Yeah.
And fucking looks fucking amazing. Mad niggas are jealous, and Hoyer now is coming back and taking all your bitches.
Yeah, shout out, man. It's good to see him.
I tore my fucking hamstring.
I can't believe that.
No, you can't listen. You saw the. I took a picture. Everyone thought it was my calf. It was my back of my fucking hamstring. Purple. Oof. I tore it, and at the second day at home, I was walking around. I should have been off it for 3 weeks. I went to Texas and DJed, and I was DJing for 2 days. We had a chef there. Shout out to everyone in Texas came down. Shout out to all the Mexican all the Mexican fucking punk rock and graffiti writers.
Shout out.
Motherfuckers that came out and we partied, did a whole bunch of cocaine. Yo, those guys rule. That's it. Viva la raza!
I fucking love it, man.
But yeah, we did I did a big, I sold out DJing out there, had a great time, came back and I was like, yo, I think I should have stayed home because I could not walk. And I was like, so my girl made me stay home for 2 fucking weeks off my legs. Then I had to do 2 Crown Thorn shows. And I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I killed it.
And you're doing those with the original, with the, all the original.
Yeah, so Jimmy and Mike DeJohn, and we got Paul Delaney playing bass.
Sick. That's awesome, man.
From Kill Your Idols, Black Animal, and black metal. But it was straight Queens niggas on stage. And Richmond was so fucking cool. We killed it. Shout out to Ian for booking that show. Then we did next day in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it was fucking amazing.
That's dope.
And tomorrow we're doing Syracuse, where Crown Thorns used to kill it too. So
yeah, you got a lot. You've got quite a few shows coming up, man. You got a lot of shit.
I'm gonna tell you what I got. I got Syracuse. Then I go the 5th to Milwaukee to finish the Scarhead Generators of Violence record. Then I go the fucking 14th, I'm doing Thug Court Thursdays, the Arrogant Swine, and I have Tony Slippers, the DRP, King Relic, Chubbs, Lord Jewish, Bub Styles, a whole bunch of other people. I'm hosting it, me, Paulie, bartender. Then the 15th, the whole weekend, I play Amityville, Long Island with Crown Thorns, sold out. Then the next day, Boston in Crown Thorns. Then I DJ and after party, Danny Diablo DJ, and I play Crown Thorns and DJ. Then I got Philly on Sunday at the church.
Was Amityville? Is that where I saw you play last time? Where we thought you had COVID?
I was dying. Dying.
So this is like the return.
The return of the COVID. Return of the COVID. Listen. My girl was, that wasn't COVID. You were just sick. I was like, yo, listen, because I caught COVID fucking 6 months after that, 7 months after that. And with her, that shit was nothing compared to the first thing. Now, whatever I caught the first time, that was like pre-COVID, whatever that shit was. That shit would smack the shit out of COVID. That shit was. I thought I was gonna die on stage. Everyone's like, "You sounded great." I was like,
"No, you did." That was the first thing I said to you, man.
I remember that. I was like, I couldn't even tie my pants.
Yeah, you were shot. Yeah, I remember. I saw you.
Yeah.
And, but you know what? You played it. You fucking crushed it. That was the whole thing.
Killed it. Shout out to Killing Time.
Yeah. So that's sick. So those shows were awesome. We'll have all the dates for the upcoming shows coming up.
Sure.
So, the other thing big in your world...
October 23rd. Hold on. October 23rd. Scarhead plays the Broken Land Festival with Dropout Kings, Chucky Chuck, Ouija Mac, a whole bunch of like big metal, trap metal bands, Concrete Dreams playing. And it's going to be at the Monarch in Brooklyn. It's like 900 fucking tickets sold. It's going to be an all-day festival, and I'm doing the after party at Arrogant Swine at midnight. I come out Danny Diablo.
I'm tired already hearing it.
West Nile and Bliss from Juice. Only 3 acts, and I kill it that night. I'm going to have strippers on stage. It's going to be ill, nigga.
I wish I could stay up late like that every night, because sometimes I want to go to your stuff, and it's like 11 p.m. start, and I'm like, oh, God, I'm fucking shot and old.
Yo, listen, all you have to do is rent. You and your girl get a nice hotel in Brooklyn and have
a couple lines, and we're good. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple lines are good.
Yeah, we're good.
Couple lines, close the blinds.
The other thing, the other thing that's popping in, the other thing that's popping in your world right now too, man, is I just seen the pre-orders went up for Big Left, which we have talked about a little bit. Tell us a little bit about what's going on with that, E.
Big Left. I talked to Big Left last year. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing, bro? And I said, yeah, I do music. He was really disgusted from the La Coca deal. He only put him on a few songs, and they really fucking dropped the ball with Big Left. And he's Big Left. You don't know, is a retired Marine. He's a retired DMS guy. He was your
first signing to back in the day when you first started Ill Rock.
Yeah, yep. First signing.
When you were living in
me and Joshua,
and me. I was in the same.
Yes, all 3 of us.
Yeah.
Big Left. So
you were living in New Haven.
I signed him again.
Remember, you were living in New Haven at the time.
Oh, remember the downstairs, what was the market? What was the thing? Wait. Well, Western Union.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that picked up the Western Union girl? Yeah, listen.
So anyway, so Big Left.
Oh, I'm gonna tell that story. That's what I got. Yo, so listen, so fucking
I always wondered why she was mean to me after the lady downstairs.
Oh, it was great.
So they're doing? So he's got a new record on Force 5, right? Is that what it is? And there's a
pre-order.
pre-order.
Hold on a second. Where the fuck did I do? Yeah. So I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna get to the whole thing right now. So, Big Left has a yesterday he dropped a pre-order, right?
Okay. Yep. And I'll have that over.
The name of the record is called Slaughter of the Innocents.
Okay.
Slaughter of the Innocents on Force 5 Records. To get if you want a CD, go to force5records.com and get a CD with bundle. I think there's an Ice Pick CD in there.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
CD. Yeah. So I got shout out to fucking Johnson sending me all my Ice Pick CDs.
Sick. So yeah, so we'll have a link for that. So, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'll have the link over there.
He sold yesterday for a little small label, and for himself, he doesn't really know how to do social media.
Well, and listen,
we had 100 pre-sales.
Yo, and in this day and age, man, it's like everything is delivered to the same shit, right? So it's not like a store. They're not stores really no more. So it's like
no store.
So really, all you depend on is like, and I can speak as like, someone who comes to say on distribution, and it's like, are you delivering it correctly? Is the fucking shit all spelled right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody does the same shit, though, So yo, that's sick. So I want to just plug a couple things that I got going on over here.
Yes, please do.
We just released it's a little Static Era little block here. So we just released the new video from Rolling Coffin, which you guys know is Tim Williams from Vision of Disorder.
Shout out my man Tim.
Yeah, we're gonna get Tim on here. He's dying to talk.
Hopeless romantic, that guy. Romantic.
He's dying to talk to you, and we're gonna have a good time with him. So I want to give a shout out to everybody who's been watching the video. You'll see it over here. If you haven't checked out the single, check it out now. We got a new one dropping in I think November right now. It's the follow up to this. I'm really excited to that. The other thing that comes out. It's tomorrow, October 1st, so it'll be out by the time you see this. Is I got 2 new releases at E, and I'm really excited to tell everybody about these. So
tell them right now.
I'm gonna tell them. So the first one, dude, I'm gonna put this out here on the universe first. So it's a band called Purity from Las Vegas. And I was telling you about these guys. I'm gonna have to link up with Donnie and Concrete Dreams because, this is like a pairing made for
they need to be on the road together. Let's get them on the road.
Yeah, we got to do it because these guys are what's up, man. I'm gonna have a little thing playing over, but it's definitely
dope.
For fans of Slipknot all the way. The dude's got a fucking white pony tattoo on his face. That's literally all you need to know, and what you see. The shit is heavy as fuck. Dude, you'd love it. It's like new metal with fucking hardcore break. I mean, it's insane, and they look like Cold Chamber or something. It's crazy.
All right.
So we got a limited edition digipack that's available for sale now. StaticEraRecords.com, and then that's streaming everywhere that you can listen to music. Now the other one, the other one I'm really excited to tell you about and everybody else about, and you'll remember this band Cornerstone from back in the day, Connecticut band.
Yeah, what happened to them?
So ready for this, dude? This is a really interesting story. So we found the original tapes from that record was originally released on Lost and Found called "Beating the Masses." It's a Connecticut classic.
Connecticut?
They're from Connecticut, a classic record, right? So with the help of your friend and my friend Zeus, the one and only.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to Zeus.
Yo, we took the original master tapes of this shit and Zeus did a complete remix and remaster. The thing sounds fucking amazing. That comes out tomorrow as well, 10/1. So everybody stream Cornerstone Beating the Masses and Purity Reanimus. You'll see images for those. So I just want to shout out again everybody who's been supporting the label and visiting the store because it's been what's up, man. I so many people come in and say, that they watch
Go to the store, LAX.
Yeah, they say, hey, man, I watch the podcast and shit. So shout out again to everybody who watches us and then comes and talks about it. I get a fucking big trip out of that. E. So, do we have a whack attack?
Before the whack attack, I got a whack
you
attack.
got something else.
All right. I got something else. No, I'm going to tell you.
Because we got to
right
get
here,
to our guest. All right.
Check it out. This is a book.
That's right.
It's called the Street Gangs of the Lower East Side by Jose Cochise. Right?
Put the cover up. Let me see.
And Clay Patterson.
Sick.
They did a book. This is a book. Cochise and Clayton did this book. It's about the Lower East Side gangs, everything. So I just got this. They signed it for me. I went to go see Clayton Patterson the other day. He documents everything in the Lower East Side since the late 70s.
That's sick.
He's doing a book about New York City tattoo subculture. And they asked me to be in there about DMS. So I basically, of course, awesome. I went down there, did a whole interview for 2 hours. They interviewed me for the book, took pictures, had some of the brothers in it. But they interviewed me, and I felt fucking honored and respected that we would do it as a
man.
A reformed gang member, And now I got, I'm not gonna play a politician. Like that was never like that.
Yeah, now we could buy you out as a cameo. Don't forget.
Listen. But I did the thing. Also, I also did a new. Oh my God, sorry. I just did. I'm going to be in another book. So that book's coming out. It's with Cochise and another book with Clay Patterson for the New York City tattoo culture, right? And I'm in another book by Freddie Albert's doing. It's called Queens Graffiti Legends, and I did a piece.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Basically, I had to go do a black book piece. I haven't done a black book piece. I've been doing canvases and killing that shit. You know, as a living, I've been doing that now. But I had to go back to my old school, like high school black book I did for a graffiti writer who influenced me for Queens, and that graffiti writer is Ha Ha Ha. It's Jimmy 131 from Woodside, Risk Crew, or Mike 79. But there used to be a chat called Ha Ha Ha, and that's what influenced me as a kid. I did a big Ha 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 blockbuster for a thing. I also put everyone in the neighborhood. I put everyone in the neighborhood from Woodside up onto my and the thing. So I always talk about Jackson Heights, but I lived on the borderline of Jackson Heights and Woodside. So my address was really Woodside.
That's sick.
So don't tell no one because I'm so Jackson Heights, but still. But I'm really Woodside and Woodhaven.
That's dope. That's what's up.
Also, I do have a whack attack.
So I was going to say, everyone looks forward to this. So once again, Whack Attack brought to you by StaticEraRecords.com, Milford, Connecticut retail store.
And this is how it goes.
Let me hear who it is. Who do we got?
All right. So the past few months, there's been a video of a guy getting beat down, a rapist who just got out of jail, getting beat down.
Okay.
And he allegedly got beat down on the Lower East Side by someone that looks like me. So the video, it's funny because the video has someone put the cure behind it.
Oh, wait! I saw. Okay, I'm not. Gonna, you know that I saw this. Okay.
So basically, the dude's name is Lito, not Big Lito, my brother.
Yeah.
Big, but Lito from the Lower East Side, Leeto. So he's a graffiti writer who did time for rape. He raped someone very close to me's girlfriend.
Fuck.
So somehow some misunderstanding happened, and some guy that looked like me beat the shit out of him, and so this happened. Now, if that happened, right? If you did something like that, wouldn't you, like, because people make mistakes, but if you rape someone, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would never.
No one. This guy's a grab girls, hit on girls. I know guys that put dick pics and things. That's all right. People are crazy. People whatever. But if you rape a woman, you're a piece of shit, and you deserve to get fucking your head smashed in and fucking kicked in the face and beat down. And if you do something like that and you do your time, then go somewhere else. You don't hang out in the neighborhood
you don't
and
come
drink
back
and think it's all cool.
Yeah,
you change your life around. So sometimes, someone that looks like me beat this guy up. So they got it. So it's all over the internet now. It's on my Twitter and everything. So the bitch ass nigga's name is Lito, graffiti writer, Leeto.
All right,
he's a rapist.
We're gonna have to.
He's rapist, and go to the tape. This is how he looks like rolling around the floor.
I'm gonna put it here. Okay, awesome.
So that's what to say. Shout out to Scam Dust.
So shout out to Scam Dust.
Love
shout
you,
out.
Nigga.
Whack Attack. I know you guys love it. We've been making sure that you get it. So we gotta. I always say this. Oh, we got a good guest, but we do. That's what's up with Diablo.
Everyone talks shit about DMS. We don't say, but all the niggas that talk all shit about when niggas hit women or rapists. DMS takes care of fucking trash. That's what I say. Peace. I love you.
So we got a great guest. Yeah. Shout out to the Marielitos under the bridge, man. Yeah, no, it was fun. Well, I got some stories I could tell you about after that can't go on here. I'll put that one. we got a great guest who I've respected, man, just as much as you when I started going to shows and learning things. So I'm really excited. I just sent the link for him to join, and this guest is actually one of your really great close friends too. So
Yeah,
you already know it's.
Podcasts. He doesn't do podcasts whatsoever.
So you already know it's going to be funny.
Oh, I'm going in on this.
I already know that, so I'm going to try my best to not laugh as much. I just sent him the link, so he should be along in a minute. Without further ado, Freddy Madball, please welcome to the fucking podcast.
Thanks so much, Dave.
Yeah, man. No, thank you for making time to do the show. We are doing this in this crazy background jungle thing that we thought would be interesting.
We're in the jungle we belong.
Where we belong, man. So I want to give a big thank you, Freddie, for doing this. I know you just got off the road. Dude, you were just doing a bunch of shows. Tell us about those.
Tell me about the shows, brother.
Yeah, man. We were on the West Coast, and we had some shows that we had to make up. We had postponed some shows because of some, personal things that went on in the family. We lost, Hoya lost his brother, and we had a lot of things going on. So we had to postpone some Cali shows we had, and then we got invited to play punk rock bowling.
Sick.
So we kind of just sandwiched them all together, and we couldn't get up north this time around because we didn't get a chance to rebook the up north show, but we're gonna get up to like SF or Sacto area soon. We'll get back up there. But the rest of the shows were basically makeup shows, and then the one punk rock bowling show with H2O, which
how was that?
Yeah, the videos look sick. How was that?
Man. Tell you the truth, when they told me I was going to be going on at 1 o'clock, I was like, 1 in the morning? That's, I'm like, damn, Toby, you did me dirty, man. He's like, yo,
he did you dirty. I think, Toby.
Next thing you know, I got to go on at 1. But turns out, I guess those shows, they kind of run late there. And the crowd stayed and, ended up being good. So,
yeah, I think
I can't complain, man. It was a good show.
In Vegas, it's like there's no sense of fucking going to bed or anything anyway, so it's like you're just out partying and doing shit, wild shit, man. Yeah, I saw the videos, dude. It looks so sick. And I was going to say, man, shout out to you guys hitting up Connecticut on those, the first shows back. It was such a great time, man. I also got to also thank you for taking out the Cruel Hand guys, which we got to release their record earlier this year.
Cool
man.
Deal.
Those shows were great, Freddie. What was that like going back to jumping into those shows, man? The energy was so awesome, man.
I mean, it was all those shows were cool. I mean, Connecticut, is a hardcore state, So like, I was happy that they were opened up for business, and basically we were just hitting up any place that would have us. It wasn't even, it was like. But I was happy that we were able to do like Connecticut and Rhode Island and of course New York. It was great to play again, man. It was so long.
Hell yeah, man! No, I was so excited. Yeah.
Too long.
Freddie.
And
Freddie, you remember Connecticut?
Oh yeah.
Remember the pizzeria window, Connecticut?
Yeah, I remember. Oh, I remember that one real well. Damn.
Yeah, man. I mean,
that's an old one.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Freddie, I remember going to see you guys. I think the first time ever, dude. My shout out to my older brother John. He took me to see you guys at the what was it called, the Sports Palace back in the day that Josta booked, man. And that shit was fucking awesome, man. That was like one of the first times I got to see you, man. I was obviously a fan since. So excited to have you on the podcast, man. I know that Danny's gonna want to ask you a bunch of other stuff, but I want to just jump in quick to the music side of things, man. A lot of our listeners are obviously hardcore based, man, so they know you from that. I'm just gonna ask, man, straight up, you have a favorite Madball record? Because to me, dude, you guys have so many hits or whatever you want to call them. Is there one, Freddie, that you like playing the most, or that you feel like you're not sick of it yet?
I always like our newer stuff.
Yeah.
For real?
That's our it's like I feel like we're still evolving in a way, so it's like out of the newer records, I like the For the Cause one.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very complete record for us. If I had to say overall, I would probably pick Hold It Down.
Sick.
Out of our whole, records that we've done. I mean, they all hold a place, in our hearts. But
they all have the hits. They all have like 3 hits on them.
well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, they always.
I don't know does hardcore
They do.
even have hits?
Every single
No, yeah.
put out has hits.
Yeah, Madball always
thanks.
comes with the hits, man. Like I said, it's always so much fun. I've mentioned it a couple times, and we were fucking blessed to do Europe with you guys, and I just remember watching you guys every night, and just it was like hit after hit. Especially as a fan, you're just like, fuck, this is so good. But I'm glad you brought up For the Cause because, that record, it does feel, like you said, a very complete record. And, like, as a fan, too, it's cool that you guys are always evolving and pushing yourselves, not only just with, like, the music, but also, like, the production and involving, like, stuff like working with, like, Tim on a record. Like, what's that like for you, Freddie? Especially because, like, most of the time in hardcore stuff, a lot of shit's more, self-produced, for lack of a better word. What was that like for you, man, working with somebody like, guy from Rancid? That's like a big deal,
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're very hands-on. Like, we're one of those people that are very hands-on. I guess we've been doing this long enough to where, like, we kind of know what we're supposed to sound like and what we're supposed to be putting out.
I mean, you guys invented the sound for not to fuck. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that rhythm is Madball, like, that you hear throughout a lot of stuff nowadays,
I mean, we, at the very least, we know what we should sound like.
Right.
So, like, a lot of times we're hands-on, production-wise even, with our own stuff. But we wanted to try out Tim's studio, and maybe let someone else chime in, for once. And
always good to do that, bro.
Yeah, it is good to do that.
Yeah, I liked how good it was. Cool, man. Because again, like, from watching you guys, especially live, man, it's like there's always been this component of like these super sing-along things live, and I love how on that record it's really captured in the choruses, and like the production is really like you almost felt like you it right off the rip to where to sing along, which I love on that For the Cause record, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, I mean, you know what Tim was great about? It's like he kind of really didn't meddle with us too much. Like he let us do our thing.
Yeah,
but
he just helped you out on certain things, like he showed you what you like. He like highlighted shit for you guys to do,
yeah,
right?
He'll just be like, yeah, that's he would just kind of like, we bounced ideas off of him, and he would kind of be like, yeah, oh, that's a good tempo, this, that, little things like that. So it wasn't like he was, a lot of the songs when we came into the studio were already there, structured, and like, I was still writing a little bit of lyrics, but like most of it was like there structure wise, but the vibe was very like inviting and very like welcoming, and all the guys we worked with, it was a smooth operation and very comfortable environment, so that kind of lends itself to like
something better than the old school times when shit was crazy and you had a deadline and shit like that.
Exactly.
You know what I love about you guys? That you guys fucking, no matter what, you always put out a record that stands the time.
Totally.
That's time. Like, no matter what. And to me, the best thing that I love is like, I love like when I hear your shit, I'm like, oh, I want to hear this shit. And I'm like, I can't wait to hear this shit so I can fucking say something. And every single time you niggas fucking, I'm like, oh man, I can't say shit. These niggas got me again.
Thank you.
The last time I said, I told Hoyer, I said, Liz, I said, Hoyer, if you niggas want to blow up, you gotta get rid of mitts, and you guys did it. So I'm glad that you niggas did that.
Oh, you're foul. You're foul. So basically, you wait for us to fuck up so you can talk shit.
Yo, he's right now crying. Is that word crying?
Yeah.
Damn.
He's crazy.
I love you, Mitch. I just
we all love Mitch. We all love Mitch.
Yo,
can we talk about something?
I take that as a compliment.
Thank you.
I want to actually ask really quick too, Freddie. One of my favorite things to ask is like on our show is like, how did you? I got to know how you and E became friends and met. I know how him and Hoya became friends, but how did you guys?
Courts, nigga.
How did you guys become friends in the first interaction?
I took him to White Castle.
I got to give credit to Toby, really. Toby was the one that was friends with both of us.
Shout out Toby.
I was just starting to be, I was linking up with Toby.
How old were you?
Toby was friends with E, and he was like, "Yo, you guys got to meet each other because you guys would hit it off because whatever, same kind of vibe, like hardcore kids, but we like hip hop and this and play
And
sports.
it was the craziest thing in history that ever happened. It sparked a thing that people will probably hate us for the rest of our lives, but it sparked the best shit in the world.
There you go.
I'll tell you right now, when I met Freddie, he had a hood on, and he was eating pizza. He looked mad at the world. I was like, this little nigga's mad at the world eating pizza. And I was like, we started talking. Remember that? I took him to Queens. I took him to Hoya's house. Remember that?
Yeah, he's the one. I got to give E credit for introducing me to Hoya. I got to give Toby credit for introducing me to E. We linked up, and he was right. We did hit it off, and then Hoya brought me to Queens to Corona, and that's where I met Hoya.
MQ.
And MQ, and then like all Narc,
Bundy,
everyone. And then we all hit it off. It was all like it was all kind of meant to be. Like
that's sick.
It was very organic. It wasn't like we were trying hard to be friends. It was just like boom.
No,
we connected.
And even from like an outsider, again as just a fan of music, dude, it was always cool that it always came across like that. Like, you'd see Madball, Crown and Thorn, like all your guys' bands playing together, and it always felt organic. It never felt like it felt. Like I said, it always felt like these guys are helping their friends, and it's it was very cool, man.
The funny thing about that, Jay, was that in Europe, when we would go together in Europe, and everything, the European people would ask me questions, and they would think that we just know each other from playing music. I was like, nigga, fuck. The reason why we they're like, we'll fight each other in the face, like, fuck you, nigga. They're like, what are you fighting for? But this is how we are every day. We fuck the music. We were friends before music. We hung out. Right? We
hung out for years before we were really touring, because if you think about it, I met these guys in like 91, 92. Madball really didn't become active touring till like 94. 93 we did some stuff. I shouldn't say
95 we're on the road.
93 we did a couple things. We did the AF thing in Europe. We did like South America. 93 was when Hoya joined the band in 93. So we got a little busier then, but really not that much. But 94, obviously we dropped Set It Off, boom, boom, boom. We started to get super active. But I would say 93, 94, we got more active. 92, we might have done, we did Drop Many Suckers, but we didn't really do that many shows,
And we went on tour together in 95 in Europe.
In 95, Crown of Thorns came with us to Europe. Yep, exactly.
Then we did the States when you got signed to Epitaph. We did the crazy with Hatebreed and
98.
I remember
that was a crazy tour.
I remember that tour. Yep.
That's infamous. That one's an infamous tour right there. But he's right. And it's a good point that he brings up, is like we were chilling hard in the streets and like in the parks and in each other's houses and whatever else. We were homeboys, way before, things really started moving. It was, that's why it's organic, is because it is. It's not like, we met each other through our bands.
Yeah.
We met each other through mutual friends.
The street.
Yeah. Like that.
It was street shit, and the thing is, like, when people talk about us, like, no, we're like if I argue with Hoya and Freddie in public or ourselves, it's two brothers are mad at each other for some stupid shit, but that's how we are.
I would not want to be anywhere near that argument, man.
No. But people watch us. People watch us, and they think they don't understand. They think we're music guys. No, we're brothers, bro. We're brothers, and brothers fight all the fucking time. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And now, I don't want to fight with Hoya. Yo, I'm not gonna fight with that nigga now. His arms, that nigga's arms are jacked. I'm not fighting with Hoya now. I'm not fighting with that nigga. Yo, his arms as big as his head now. So I'm not fighting with that nigga.
He's looking good, right? Isn't he?
He looks like Don Morocco.
Looks great, man.
Don Morocco.
Yeah. Yo, it's crazy though. Yeah.
Yo, how does it feel turning around and looking at Hoya jacked up?
Yeah, no, he's looking good, man. He's on point.
Yeah, man.
Made me want to start doing some more, eat my weed and start doing some more push-ups, son.
Nick, I'm gonna do steroids. I'm not getting
you gotta take a shortcut. Take a shortcut, fuck it.
Yeah, so let's go back to the music thing for a second, Freddie. So, like, again, man, just going into like your history, dude. Obviously, Madball, dude, fucking, like along with Agnostic Front, just, dude, synonymous with the sound and the culture and everything, man. So, as a fan, dude, just, thank you for all that stuff. And same to E for all the shit you guys do is like the coolest thing, man. So Freddie, you got started super young, man. Like, what was the first time I recorded at Don Fury's, and I know that you guys recorded there too, man. Like, what was that like for you? If you could remember that, obviously, I know it's a long time ago, but do you remember kind of that first time they were like putting you in there and to do the whole thing?
Yeah, it was basically Ball of Destruction was done at Don Fury's. I was 12,
That's
88,
crazy, man.
Oh my God.
I was like 12, 13. I think I was 12 when I did it, and then eventually when it dropped, I was like 13 or something.
That's so crazy, man.
It was like 88, 89-ish, 88, we might have recorded 88, came out 89, but that was my first time. Actually, I might have been to Don Fury's before that with my brother and AF and them, but that was my first time recording there. Actually, no, I had been to Don Fury's before that because Vinny lived down the block from Don Fury's.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
I remember going in there as a kid and going down into the basement and like checking out the studio.
Yeah, because when we recorded there, he had your guys' 7-inch and like the AF, remember he had that door kind of going into where the drums were at, and I remember looking at that, at your guys' 7-inch and just, again, dude, as a fan of music and getting to know everybody over years, it was just crazy, man, to know how young you were being in there, dude, like, because we were
doing
so
our fucking nuts, cool.
Wow, man. Yeah, it was a trip. I mean, I obviously you just kind of doing it at that time, but when you look back on it, I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. I was happy I was able, because that's like a kind of, if you're from our scene, that's kind of like a legendary spot,
for sure.
So I was happy that I was able to do something in there, and actually we did Dropping Many Suckers in there. E was outside hanging out.
Oh,
I remember.
Shit. Yeah, I'm on the cover.
Oh no shit, that's right.
Yeah, he's on the cover. Hoya's on the cover. Mark's on the cover. And Steve Huey.
Yeah, like in the back.
With the cars.
Yep.
And the funny part about it is Hoya wasn't technically in Madball.
No, he wasn't.
Oh no shit.
So it was kind of like foreseeing the future. It was like, he ended up being in the band, and he almost was in Madball at one point.
Yeah, he's told the story, man. On that.
I told Hoya owes me everything in his life.
His life,
playing music.
It was talked about. It was talked about. It was mentioned, and because I wanted to keep it family, man. Because it was like I was with my family already, like Will Shepler, Maddie. Those were my homies. Like those were my. They're older than me, and E and Hoya are older than me too. But like, they're like even older.
Yep.
But those were my friends. Those were my people. I met them through the family.
Yep.
And I mean, shit. I know Will since I'm like 10 years old.
That's wild, man. Yeah.
And Maddie for a long time as well. So it was like these were fans. And Vinny goes without saying. Forget Vinny. I mean, that's
remember his house. Remember he used to use his house for the clubhouse.
Oh my God, yeah. That Vinny was the clubhouse, man. That was our clubhouse. Forever. That was awesome, man.
Yo, I'm stuck. Look at my
you are
in my
stuck.
face.
You're like holding your face. Or
That's
something.
all right.
It's just I don't know what happened, bro.
They cut our Skype cut our, but there you go. I was gonna say Skype cut our sponsorship, but
it looked like I was doing a bump or something. It was fucked up.
Yo, maybe you were, and that's
it's fucked up.
It looked like it, right?
That's funny.
One of them hand ones. One of them hand.
Yeah, like a quick on the camera or whatever.
Boston Mike ones.
Yeah, BM. Yo, you know the ones. The BM.
Boston Mike, rest in peace. OZ156, 2 Imps, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. I miss those guys.
Yeah. So
but yeah, no, there was a lot of historic. That like we did the Ball Destruction, super young, and then. Later on, a few years later, I ended up doing Dropping Many Suckers at Don Fury's.
That's crazy. I forgot that was recorded there as well.
Yeah, and like I said, the guys by that time we were all hanging out a little more. Like we had met kind of recent, but we were stuck. We were all friends. It was pretty much instant friends.
That's cool.
And then like E.
Then we lived together. We lived together in squat.
Oh my God, I gotta know. Tell me about that.
We would sleep over.
Wait, I'll tell you something right now.
I would sleep at Narcs. Narcs would sleep at the squat. E would sleep over every.
Yo, do you remember when I fucked up Matty Boy? He tried to hit me with a ragu. Then he could try to hit me with a ragu.
Oh man, you guys are terrible talking about that. And who came in? I came in. I was like, yo, what are you guys
Yo,
doing?
yo, I was choking him to death. I was like, just let me kill him. Remember, I choked him. He's like, stop, you can't kill him. I'm like,
horrible.
Yo, he tried to hit me. Yo, hold on 1 second. Yo, I was fighting this guy. All I saw was a yellow cat with some ragu at my head. He tried to hit me with a ragu fucking sauce bottle. That would have hit me in my head, my neck, and we got sliced, right?
That would
that would have been bad.
That would bad, yeah. So I punched him, picked him up, and I choked him out. And Freddy's like, you can't kill him in OC. I was like, fuck, get away, I'm killing this nigga. I choked him to death, and I let him go.
We had to stop that one, because it's like family fighting, you know? It's like, what's going on here? This shit's weird.
Ragu, that's almost, I saw
I can picture it, just, I know what you're saying, like, it's just coming right at you.
I never in my life, someone try to hit me with fucking a full
with a jar bottle. With a that could have been the end of you. Imagine that would have been the end of you.
Cut my neck, I was dead right there. No more Isaac.
Death by ragu.
Killed by ragu.
Oh my God, that would have been horrible.
The big ragu. Carmine, the big ragu.
The world would have been shorted on so many great stories had that happened.
Oh, that was very grateful. If you really saw that, Freddy was like, what the fuck are you doing? But we were laughing also. I was like, I'm killing this nigga.
There was a moment of like, I kind of laughed. I kind of had a little bit of a laugh, but then I was like, this shit ain't funny. Come on,
because you're like, because Freddy, you knew that you're like, this is like one hair away from going very
stupid.
Very
always
bad.
Like that. Always. Well, first of all, it was always like that once a week in our lives.
Yeah, something
like that. Like funny shit.
Mostly it was other people. Generally, it was like outside people, not our own.
Yo, I love it, man. I want to talk about keep talking about the music, Freddie. Sorry, because a lot of our listeners are obviously.
By the way.
Yo, libertad.
Shout out to Marielitos. Yo, so hey, Freddie. So let me ask you a little bit too. So like you had said, obviously you start Madball very young, and you do these, the 7 inches and stuff, which in our scene is, like that's kind of like the norm. Like, tell me about the band becoming more of like a real band and going to Roadrunner, because I mean, dude, again, back then that was like hard to get a record deal. These were real record deals, not like some real shit. It was a real. I mean, dude, Roadrunner is and they're still a fucking ginormous thing, and the legacy too that those 2 records have kind of left imprinted across just the world, because of the back of the day, the distribution and kind of that machine that doesn't really exist at all anymore.
Just think about this: they were metal bands. All metal bands.
Oh, yeah.
They were the only hardcore bands.
And they were the only hardcore.
Yeah.
So, Freddie, tell us a little bit
That's
about that,
point,
man.
actually, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, like becoming more of a serious band and then kind of getting to do that record. What was that like for you, man?
I mean, Roadrunner definitely played a part in that, like because we did Dropping Many Suckers on Wreck Cage,
right?
And it was like, again, we were like, hey, let's do this thing, yeah, because I had already done one. And AF was AF was pretty much going to be done. And so the guys in AF wanted to do something. And naturally it was like, yeah, let's do Madball. Let's drop another 7-inch. My brother had some lyrics, but Maddie had some riffs. We were all like, hey, let's pull it together. But even then we weren't thinking, this is Dropping Many Suckers. Even still, we weren't thinking like serious about it. We were just like, let's drop a 7-inch, and kind of refresh people's memory. Let's see what happens, And then after that 7-inch, we started playing like sporadic shows or whatever, and then we went to Europe with AF, and that sort of started sparking a little something in Europe, and then we got offered South America, and by then, you remember that we went to Argentina?
I remember that.
That was Hoya's first trip with us.
Yeah.
And then that kind of sparked something in South America. So then it was like, okay, there's something cooking here. But really what really put it over the top was Howie Abrams recognized that we were a band again, and saw us playing somewhere and was like, yo, I'm at Roadrunner now. Why don't you come over here and let's talk about it. And we were like, Roadrunner? Like, isn't that like that metal?
Yeah, because back then they had it was real metal.
Yo,
I was like, word? Okay.
Sepultura, they had fucking Biohazard.
King Diamond was on there,
Carnivore,
shit, yeah.
Typo Negative.
Yeah, and Roadrunner had Roadrunner, Howie has history with us because Howie's the one that made Ball of Destruction happen.
Oh,
In
no
Effect,
doubt.
right? He worked for In Effect also.
Huh?
He worked for In Effect Records too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Relativity,
So
right there. Right there.
that's exactly right. He
Shout
was
out to
at
Howie
In Effect.
Abrams, my fellow Jew. I love you, Howie.
Yeah, Howie. I got to give Howie a lot
Queens,
of credit
baby.
because, yep, Howie's a good dude, man. And I got to give him a ton of credit because he was at In Effect when AF was there. They were going to drop Killing Time. They were going
When
to
I
drop
worked
all
there,
these records.
I worked there.
Yeah, you
I
were
worked
there,
for
right?
Relativity Records. I remember seeing Craig Tatari all the time coming down and
Yeah.
everything. I mean, I worked with Anthony Caminelli together.
Yeah, a
And
lot of
Petey Hines.
Yeah, that was like, that gave jobs to a lot of hardcore dudes, and it actually a lot of good records popped off from there. You know, like that In Effect off, whatever you call it, offshoot of Relativity.
Yeah,
because it was like In Effect became like the hardcore
24/7 Spies.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, remember, and they had that live VHS that had the AF.
Yeah,
all,
we were. I was
Gorilla
on
Biscuits,
that,
man.
Yeah,
think of it
and
all,
Howie
right?
played a big role. Howie played a big role in that because he was the hardcore dude at that
Murphy's
label.
Law was on it.
Yeah. So fast forward to Roadrunner, and there's Howie again, but now he's at Roadrunner, and so he's like, "Hey, you guys are gonna start doing stuff again. I see that you're starting to, move around. I like it. Let's come talk to us." And then, I mean, from 1 minute to the next, it was like they wanted to sign us. It was like boom, like that. And then that really gave us the more of a, incentive to like, okay, now they we're on a serious label. Now we got to do some serious tours, and that's kind of like the springboard to get how we became more serious.
And Freddie, like, was that I gotta imagine too, man, just because the machine that was Roadrunner at that day, and like, just the size of stores and just what it was.
Yeah.
Like, dude, was that like instant for you guys when you went on tour? You noticed it right away, like
I wouldn't say it was instant, but it definitely gave us a big push.
It helped you guys out, show your lane, like help you out in your lane, clear your lane.
In our lane, exactly. Because it's not like we popped off on a Main Street tip or nothing like that.
No, for
we
sure.
Still were we were still a hardcore band at the end of the day, so we still had a lot of things going against us.
Right, but it was more
but you know what?
You could find your record though, like if in all of a sudden it's
like
you could find in the middle of like
was out there.
Yeah, for sure. The distribution definitely helped get the word out, and I would say where we got the biggest push was in Europe. Because they were European based. You got to remember their headquarters was Europe, so that was like they had the office in New York and whatever, but they were a European label, really.
Yeah.
And I mean, Europe overall for heavy music,
way
better, dude.
Yeah. So we got a real push in Europe, and like I went out there and did tours for press. And like weird shit that I never ever did, in the States even, so it was like bugged out. Yeah, it definitely helped.
But you know what? Can I tell you something about Madball? And people we always make jokes with each other with the bands. We always like us against them, Scarhead, Team Madball. But Madball showed the best work ethic from a hardcore band I ever seen. Because hardcore band, people look at hardcore bands as kids. And people like hoodlums and metal bands,
especially us,
really about their business. But Madball was always on their business, and he learned that from his brother Roger. Because Roger's always on his business.
Shout out Roger for sure.
Freddie and Roger are both smart people, man, and they have great brains for the band and business. They know how it works. It's a well-oiled machine, Madball. So they do their shit, and they're real musicians. A lot of people, they don't understand that. A lot of these metal bands, too, don't understand that a lot of these metal bands, especially on the label, they're all Roadrunner. Like, when we see these metal bands, they look at us and say, hey, what's up? Hey, we know we love metal. But a lot of those metal bands love our music. Like Machine Head, I was listening to a podcast the other day, Machine Head, he was talking about his album. He goes, what was your influence? He goes, at that time, it was 95, and I was listening to Madball and Crown of Thorns.
Oh,
he said, I was like, oh shit, because I was like, I love robbing Machine Head riffs, but they robbed my shit. So it's on now, nigga. Down to Machine Head. Because they're giving us props. Thank you guys. But they love Madball, they love Crown Thorns. We influence everyone, bro. Yeah,
Well, dude, you know, I have always said this, and
thanks, by the way, for the work ethic. And you know what? I wasn't.
It is. I'm saying they know it too.
That way, but he's right. My brother really did instill that, not just in me, in people like Maddie and Will. You know, like he as crazy as he can be about other shit. He's ball buster, torture people on tour, do wild.
He's the most he's evil beyond evil, but I love him.
He can be evil, and he can be, but he also drops a lot of gems, and like he definitely instilled that kind of good work ethic in a lot of people. And
no, he's one of the best. Roger's one of the best people in the world, bro.
Well, I mean, listen, and it's because of bands like AF and Madball, man. When I think of things like again, man, we were blessed to go over with you guys to Europe, and you look at things like, you know, something like say Cortex Records and their tours and stuff, and it's like that's something you look directly as like, yo, that's so New York hardcore, like influenced and made, and you could see it like. And it's just cool. Like I said, man, as a fan of the music, dude, it's just one of the fucking coolest things, dude. When you can see that shit and it's happening worldwide, and you're like, oh, that's because of Freddie, that's because of Roger. Like it ain't, you know, dude. Like I'm a fan of pop music and this shit, but you can't relate that shit to how we do, you know, with the stuff that we've seen.
Yeah,
and
we're
again,
fans of all music.
Yeah, like the Europe thing is cool. I want to talk about that a little bit too, Freddie, because again, man, we were blessed to go over there with you, and watching you guys play those shows is like fucking insane, man. One of the most famous videos we talk about is you guys at Dynamo back in the day, man, playing that fucking.
That
we talked about
amazing.
that with Hoya. What was that like for you, man? Because again, you've been around for so long. You know, you were playing. You started CBs and these small clubs watching Roger, and then the next thing is like you do this record, and you're in fucking these. Those videos are just insane, dude. What is that like, man, for you?
It was a trip. It was a trip, you know, and it was like. It was very caught us off guard because we didn't know how big it was actually going to be. You know, we had done a couple of, maybe at that point, we had done maybe a couple of small festivals or smaller festivals. I mean, anything was small compared to that. But yeah, we didn't realize how massive that festival was going to be and how much of an opportunity it was going to be to open up a lane for us with the festivals, you know?
Yeah.
And again, that was like the backing of Roadrunner was important.
Yeah, you guys.
A lot of different factors, you know. There's a lot of different factors.
The biggest factor of all is you, nigga. Fuck all these people. Well, they put money in. Hold on, let me talk. All these people put money. They help you on the tour. They promote the tour. The real factor is you created something. Yep. All you guys together create something. And the whole world bit your style, the way you looked. Everyone had 3 letters for their crews. Everyone had colors. Everyone wanted to be dressed to look hard. Everyone looking like Latino now. All these German niggas looking bad. Fuck out here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's because of us, nigga. It's our lives. Well, we didn't do halftime. Our parents weren't lawyers and shit. We were fucking. That's it, bro. We are what we are.
And to your point, man. I mean, it's like. You know, to both of your points, it's like you go
and
watch those videos. You watch those
tell
videos.
The truth because like all these people talk shit. That's all right. I'm gonna tell a story right now.
Go ahead.
How crazy? Why is my face looking weird? Listen. So I'm gonna tell a story.
Get back in the woods. I'm
gonna tell a story about how crazy life is. I did a tour. Freddie invited Crown of Thorns for the 25th anniversary to go back. You remember that?
Yeah.
So the first
recent,
day
right? You're talking about the more recent one?
Yeah, the one we just did. So I'm like, I can't wait. I can't believe they invited me back. It was a weird time of our lives because we were arguing a lot. So I was like, yo, shit, this goes crazy. So we go there. The bass player I didn't know my bass player was a dope head. So, so listen, the guy, whatever happens, So I eventually, the second show, everyone's eating dinner, like 60 people, and the guy was like, I want to go home. He's all doped up. So I go, Hoy, come with me. So I fucking beat this nigga so bad, and I drag him naked outside the room. He's naked. I beat him down. I turn around. Everyone's eating dinner. Look at me. 16 German Europeans, like, look at me. They're like, oh my God. And I was like, oh, what's up, guys? So they will. So the girl goes. I go downstairs eat. The girl goes. Some girl goes. Merch girl goes. Everyone's scared. And I go, why? He goes, because you beat him up. I was like, I'm not mad at them, but why do they say they beat me up? I'm like, you niggas are pussy. I'm like, yeah, why would I beat you? First of all, there's 60 of you niggas. There's only one of me, nigga. I was like, first of all, I had nothing to do with you. This guy is a fucking robbing piece of shit, dopehead robbing shit. I had to take care of it. But they want to beat down and the beat New York and thing. But when shit happens, niggas are fucking pussy. But I was laughing. But this is our life. And
yeah, we experienced that a lot.
If someone ever did that in my world, if you do something fucked up, those are consequences.
Yeah, you were cleaning up your own backyard.
I had to clean up my own backyard.
No, because I remember when I found out about it, we went and talked in the back room, and he was like, "Yo, I didn't want to, you know, out of respect, I didn't want to embarrass you guys. Like that was embarrassing to me that this guy was doing this shit, and I'm on tour with you, and that's disrespectful." And I was like, enough said. I was like, send his ass home. I was like, he got what he got. I mean, the guy was,
you know what's the funniest thing? The whole funniest thing that happened that I remember. I go, it wasn't even that bad. And Hoya turned around and goes, nigga. I don't know what you saw. But I saw someone catching the word pizza. I was like, nigga, stop. It wasn't that bad. Hoya made me laugh so hard.
Oh my god.
But you know, for us, it was like we're a little bit desensitized.
Daily basis. Daily had me done.
We were like, oh, so what? He got slapped around. You know, we're not like these people over here, like shitting their pants, hiding in, you know, behind something. You know. But, yeah, it was. I mean, as long as it was done for, you know.
Well, listen, you're cool. Listen, this is how we are. We're very respectful to everyone, all of us.
Yeah.
I always give three chances, and I'm very nice. But a lot of people.
Yeah,
like a lot of people like pretend they're stupid and say stuff to us. You know how they get drunk and say something like, "Why would you do that? I would never be."
Yeah, like some sideways
like
shit.
Yeah, not only
sideways shit's worse.
Not only would people get chances, you know, and he was very patient like that, and even I had my moments. You know, maybe sometimes I was a little bit more like, you know, I think E sometimes was even more patient than me in certain situations.
I'm waiting on listen, I am.
But sometimes we were balanced.
You were like a firecracker back in the day when you were 19. You were kicking windows in, nigga.
Yeah.
$4 windows in.
Except for the one in Connecticut. I did not kick that one in. But I got pinched for it, but that's all right. I took a pinch. Fuck it. That's how friends do. E froze up.
I play that narc.
But yeah, that one I didn't break. But the thing what I was gonna say is we would also balance each other out. So not only did you get 3 chances, sometimes you got 4, 5, 6 chances.
Yeah.
If one of us was a little bit amped up one day, another guy would come and go, hey, chill. And we would all tell each other chill. And then at one point we would all just look at each other like, all right, that's it.
Yeah,
we're going in.
Yeah, that's it. No more chill.
Too many chill. Too many chill.
Chuck chill out. No more Chuck chilling out.
Yeah, no more chill outs.
I want to go back to something that E just said.
I want to go back.
Well, I just want because it was something that you said that I want to talk about. That, like E said, Freddie, was that a lot of people mimicked you and E, Zach. You know what I mean, like in that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what I always thought was cool about Madball is like, you know, again watching say some of those videos, it's like you guys dress how you dress. You know, whatever, and these other guys got to rely on like theatrics and fucking makeup and all this shit. And what I always thought was cool about Madball is like, you guys just go out there the way it is, and it's like just fucking shred people like, you know, like that. And I thought that's cool, like how he said, it's like, you know, after Madball became a thing, it's like you saw people kind of dress like that, and that became like their uniform versus like that's just how you guys were. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's how you would see us dress. Like me and E be playing ball in Tompkins Square Park. We'd be wearing basketball hoodies and shorts and shit. And that's how we would play on stage. I mean,
that's how we went to clubs.
Yes, how we roll up the clubs. I mean, and sometimes they'd be like, "Oh no, look at these motherfuckers coming with shorts, basketball." You know, later on we started dressing up a little better because it was like, man, having trouble getting into these spots, you know. But which is ironic. The funny part is nowadays it's cool to dress down.
Yeah,
you know, to wear that shit, you know. But it's like back then it was like, but yeah, no, that's how that was us, you know. The white beaters, the guillotines, whatever you want to call them, the you know, the basketball, all that shit. That was just, we had like a hybrid crazy style because we were hardcore kids, but we were like hip hop kids and rap and
you know what I
so
always tell people too, man, is like, so like we lived in
West Coast in there with the Dickies, you know?
Well,
that's the thing is like, dude, we lived in Connecticut, so you'd take the train and it's like, you know, you go to like down by, you know, St. Mark's, for instance, right? So you'd buy like a pair of Dickies with, so everything looked kind of random. You know, you'd go to, you know, like, what was that? Yellow Rat Bastard and buy something. And then, you know, so it's like it had like this very, like you said, a unique style that like, I don't know. I always called it very like Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? It was like a kind of mishmash of all these different little things, man.
Yeah, and I think that was the '90s a lot, really, because you know in '80s hardcore you saw something different, you know. But it was still like coming out of like punkish.
We had better styles than the older guys.
Yeah, exactly. '90s is when the dope style came in.
Yeah, you know how funny when I knew how. I'm gonna make Freddie laugh because I never told him this. He's gonna laugh at the story. He might remember this. You know how I knew Madball was getting big?
What?
How's that?
When we rolled up on those punk rock niggas to beat them down on St. Mark's, they were listening to Madball.
No, get out of here.
You remember that?
I remember.
They were listening to your music. I was like, yo, we gotta beat these niggas down to listen to your music.
Yo, that's
that's foul. Oh my God!
Oh, that's a big laugh. Oh man!
Oh my God! There's so many encounters with those fucking punk rockers over there, but I don't remember the one where they were listening to us. I feel bad. I'm sorry, guys. That wouldn't be the last time either, because how many people we had some beefs with people with our shirts on. It's crazy, man.
Oh,
the weirdest shit ever.
Yo, it's so fucked up sometimes. Like every time if I get into a fight or something, these guys make jokes. Oh, he was like trying to ask me for an autograph. I was like, I was just trying to ask you an autograph. I was like, come on, man, stop.
It ain't like that.
Oh man, so fuck. All right, let me catch my breath here for a second.
Crazy.
I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Listen, let me. I'm sorry, Jay. I want right now. What are you guys gonna? What label are you like? What are you doing right now? Are you still gonna start writing for a new one, or what's going on with the Madball camp now?
Yeah, good question. We're still with Nuclear Blast technically, so
nice.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, we're with them. Like we've been with them now for a few years. Like we've been doing like kind of one-offs.
That's the best thing to do.
It's the best way to do it, man. And they have such a huge footprint, man, for like distribution, which is really at the end of the day, man, what's a band really needs. Me and E were just saying, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's why I stuck with them because I mean they did right by us, and they got it like you said. They got a wide distribution. They're a massive heavy music label.
Yep.
And they've been cool with us. They're like, you know, they always invite us back. They're like, yo, we like that last record, man. Yo, we want to keep working together. All right, cool. Let's do it. Let's keep working together. And, you know, as long as they do the right thing by us and vice versa, you know, it's a good relationship. So
and I think
we're going to do another one with them. Yeah.
Sick. And like he was saying too, it's very important, like, because the European market is so much stronger for like the heavy music, that you guys have a good partner there. Because in the U.S., you know, dude, it's like I don't want to say it's easy to roll out a record, but a band like, you know, any of you guys who have these legacy bands, it's like you could kind of be like, all right, here it is, and people know where to get it. Versus like in Europe, you still need that infrastructure to make sure the product is delivered. You
need the metalhead fucking the metalhead fan base who buys records. You don't act like dicks. They buy records.
Yeah, we're still trying to get those motherfuckers. It's like, how many years, E? We've been trying to get these punk rock.
You know what's funny?
Oh, man, we're not that far. We're not that different, you know.
You know, it's crazy because like with me, I'm on Force 5 Records, and they do amazing by me. But a lot of their fans are fucking Juggalo dudes, and they fucking love Madball. They love fucking.
Do they?
They love Nazi. Oh, the metalhead, the punk rock metalhead dudes. They're weirdos, bro, but they buy my shit. And they buy your shit. So they die hard. They don't ask to be on the guest list. They don't ask for because our friends.
They actually
I'll be like, hey, what's up? And they're like, oh, let me get a shirt. I'm like, nigga, this is my life. Let me get a shirt.
Yeah, right.
I got no money. I just saw you do $500 worth of cocaine in the strip club. What are you talking about? $20. Buy the shirt, asshole.
Unbelievable.
Right? Get me on the list. Put my girl on the list. Oh, let me get this. Oh, I go to shows. That's why Freddie's smart. Freddie goes with Hoy at the last second to the show. They go in, play, and it's clear everyone. I go into my dressing room. They're already drinking my beer, eating my food.
Hey, we had many years. We had many years.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Remember that? Oh my. God.
And it's like, and it's true, man. It's like some people, but then you got the flip side of that. You got some of our friends who are like, yo, I bought a ticket already, which.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, listen,
No,
I don't want to shout myself out, but I did buy, that's the thing, man. Like I always say, if you can, to me, it means more like if you're in a position where you can afford the ticket, yo, buy the ticket for your friend. You know what I'm saying, dude? It's like, you're going to be there anyways, dude. So it's like, instead of spending $20 on a fucking beer, dude, buy the fucking ticket to your friend. I mean,
you know who buys all my releases on CD first? Mike Gallo, and I always bug out. I'm like, wait, you actually sent away for that?
I buy all my. Well, I don't buy physical, but like digitally speaking, if any of my people put something out, I buy it automatically.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, whoever it is,
I legally download all your shit, nigga.
Yeah. Asshole.
Damn.
And my shit too.
Well, I
and
buy
my shit
it,
also.
I
bootleg my own shit, nigga.
Yeah, you do that. I like that about E though. That's one of my favorite Dan Diablo things. Is like, oh, you don't have the masters, we'll just rip it from wherever and just put it up ourselves.
Yeah, there you go.
I love that.
Yeah,
grab it over there.
Yeah, so people listen. I'm gonna tell you something. There's someone out there right now. A few people out there, at least 6 people, 7 people, have cars, beautiful sunroofs in the house, new decks because of us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Could be.
Right? For real,
Could
right?
be.
Well, Freddie,
doubt.
I wanted to ask you too, just talking about kind of that whole like self-sufficient thing. You guys did your own version of "Hold It Down" on vinyl a little while back, which came out fucking amazing. Tell us a little bit about how that came together, because for those who don't know, that record was on Epitaph at one time. I don't think it had never been on vinyl before, had it?
No.
So this was the first time. Tell us about that process coming together, man. Because again, one of the cool things. For those who don't keep up on the vinyl game, you guys have always consistently dropped your own things, whether it was the split with Wisdom and Chains. Like, it's very cool that you guys still, again, a band your size is doing that shit, because it's like, it's fucking
Collectors
awesome.
love that. Kids love that.
Yeah, I mean, as a collector, I buy all that shit.
Kids love it, and that's our world, really. I mean, and we don't even look at ourselves like we're like that big of a band, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even if we were massive, we would still probably do it just because vinyl kind of goes hand in hand with hardcore shit.
Yeah, punk rock hardcore, yeah.
But with Hold It Down was a special case because I actually got it back from Epitaph. So, which is a rarity.
Very
rare.
I
made a couple calls and they were kind enough to give me the record back.
Yo, if you need anything back, give me a call. I'll make that shit happen.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah,
I'll go up there. I have a whole team for that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Call Vinny Ali.
You know how we roll.
We up in there, B.
Yeah.
The WAP and Vinny Ali, I'm good.
We got a couple people. We might just charge you a small fee.
We've heard the story. Yeah, DE has told the story a couple times on his experience with with Epitaph. But that is cool that they gave you the record.
I rolled up to Epitaph a few times once.
There you go. There you go.
So, Freddie, they gave
this
you
is our life, man. It's our livelihood. These motherfuckers got a whole bunch of other things that they're making money with. These few little records that we have, that's everything for us.
Yeah, and especially, too, for you guys to be able to release it on vinyl, like you said, whereas, like, we all know from doing it that the best margins are when the bands and ourselves can keep, I've said this every episode, I think. It's like I encourage all of us to, keep our rights and hold that shit. You just license that shit to a label for a couple of years, dude.
Yep.
You get that shit back, and then you fucking press that self, because, dude, all we've ever given up, and I say this to E all the time, and one of the reasons why I started a new label and got my store and all this shit is like, dude, I was so sick of people being like, I'll do that for you, but it's 30%. I'll do that for you, it's 50%. And they don't do shit, and you get nothing at the end of the day, and then it's like, do we all learn from that? And again, by watching people like you and E and Roger do all this shit on their own, it's like you feel... again, dude, I have a store because of the music you guys all created. And, Vinny was there and we said the same thing. So it's super awesome, man, to watch you guys still, like I said, this deep in your career, still doing that shit.
Yeah, even more so every day as we go on. Like at some point, I want to have all my records, in our camp. That's my goal.
Yeah, that's what's funny? Listen to you guys right now. Like, Jay, you put out vinyl. I should just put all my shit on your vinyl.
Yeah, no, we should,
absolutely.
man, of course. Like, cause let's
do that, bro. I don't know why.
I'm down all day, man. Cause Freddie, one of the interesting things, like, again, owning the store, like we get, there was these reissues that they did of demonstrate my style and set it off. It's like music on vinyl.
Those piss me off. I gotta.
Yeah, I want to talk about those because again, it's we talk. I'm working with Tim from VOD a lot, right? So. Me and Tim were talking about how like, it would have been cool to do like a real version of like the Drip record with like liner notes or like the Blood Circle record. Like, so tell me, because like for you guys, like, again, dude, I want to front. I bought them because I'm a fan and that's the only way to get them.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, like I would love to see a real. It sucks you guys can't license that yourselves or whatever, and these guys do it.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we're dropping the ball somewhere. I'm saying, eventually, I want to just own it outright.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, and
even still, if I can grab it and license it myself rather than other people do it,
hell yeah.
Yeah,
because dude, and that's the whole thing. And like I said, it's like, dude, it's like you see these people who do, because it's a quick money grab for them. They're like, I can press this 1,000. They know fans are gonna pay a premium. They don't have to do no nice covers or no shit. You know what I mean? Like, But yeah, man, that would be so cool to watch you guys.
Yeah, we'll talk for sure. I mean, I it's at the same time I haven't really approached them maybe strong enough in a way where maybe I could have achieved that anyway. But,
yeah, totally.
Somebody jumped, beat me to it.
Well,
but it's kind of annoying.
How about this? Check this out. How about this? How about I got some crazy shit right now? How about we do a split 7-inch? Madball does 3 Scarhead songs like Kings of Crime and all that, and Scarhead does 3 Madball songs.
Oh, that's hard.
That would be
hard. That'd be cool.
Yo, and we call it Madhead or Starball.
Some shit like that. That might be real cool.
That'd be fucking cool.
Albino, 3 songs each. Like you guys do Kings of Crime, fucking how'd you set it off?
That's actually a pretty good idea. Like,
listen, I'm just telling you, as a Jew, and money. Fucking that shit would sell all over, and we just have one place to get one on a vinyl. That's it.
Oh hell yeah.
We'll talk about that. Let's talk about that.
People think I'm dumb. I'm smart.
No, listen. That's the one thing.
Put that in the thing.
No, we're
smart.
Cut it in right there.
No, we're back in. No, I mean we're back in right there now. So I won't keep you too much longer, Freddie. We're gonna just wrap this up here, but I want to talk about. We did talk a little bit about the new music and stuff. Obviously, dude, you have a ton of shows coming up, right? Is there more touring coming up?
Well, we just did those Cali ones. We're gonna redo. We had to postpone Texas also, so we're gonna redo Texas before the year's up.
Cool.
So maybe 4 or 5 shows there, and we might do like we're trying to see if we could do like the Carolinas and like that little area, that little.
I just did North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to do that little area. Maybe like Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, maybe. So we're looking to do those kind of pockets, and then we'll just see where the world goes after. Beyond that, man, we're gonna be writing.
It's so fucking crazy right now, Freddie.
Listen, maybe try to get in the studio, Freddie.
Well, definitely, we're writing on and off. So at some point, we're gonna have to get in there and get busy.
So the next thing you guys are doing are those 3 songs. I'll pick my 3.
Yeah, there you
I want to do Thinking Back when I was a kid. I killed that shit, nigga.
Yeah, we're gonna do the mashup.
Yeah, the mashup. Yo, listen, how funny it would be to hear my voice do Madball and hear Freddie do Star. That would be amazing.
And vice versa, to hear Freddie deliver your songs would be like a Crown Thorns
song.
Would be just
that would be so fucking. Niggas would be like, what?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fucking hard.
Would it be Scarhead or Crown of Thorns?
It'd be Scarhead.
Okay.
Why you want to do Feelings?
Maybe.
I think either way, man. As a fan, we're all winning if that really happens, man.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'd be Scarhead because the people on the hard shit. So, but how crazy would it be?
Yeah.
It'd be Hoya and Freddie doing the 2 verses.
It'd be crazy, dude. Holy fuck.
That could be fun.
That'd be fucking hard.
That'd be fun.
I'm in, man.
Oh yeah.
You heard it here first. So I want to Freddie, I want to thank you so much, dude, for taking the time to talk with us today, man. It's been a long time coming, dude. And again, as a fan and a friend, dude,
I love you, brother.
A fan and a friend, dude. Thank you so much, dude. It was great to ask you some of these questions and talk about this.
Thanks for having me, man. It's my pleasure, and anytime.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to
He's
see
my
you again.
bro. He's my brother, and you know.
I love you.
Shit, we know you since forever. You haven't aged. You look fucking 15 still,
Yo,
man.
Freddie, I remember Freddie. I remember giving you a Cuban keychain at the Hanover house, dude. That's
I remember that.
Yeah.
We gave that
And
to
I was
him.
like,
remember
oh,
he
you
told me
Cuban? Oh, you a good kid.
Yeah, no, that's and you know because I always remembered, man. It was like I never seen no Cubans growing up. It was like just my family yelling at me in Spanish. So then when I seen Freddie and Roger, I was like, oh shit, there's like another one, you know. And then thanks to
awesome.
to Danny for always making sure I push my Cubanism the past couple years.
Hey, there's a lot of Latinos in this shit. Man.
No, there is.
No, we're everywhere, bro. We're like,
Hell yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Metal, black metal, but not maybe not black metal, but metal and fucking like hip hop. We're everywhere, bro. We're big parts of it.
I love it, man.
I mean,
so yeah, huge shout out again to Madball. I want to just give a big thank you again to Freddie for joining us. Eve, thank you for putting your time in.
I love
today,
you,
dude.
Jay, and Freddie. I love you, and I can't wait.
Yeah, we're gonna do the
see you
mashup.
and play shows together.
Yeah, I can't.
And we're gonna make this fucking mashup happen.
We're making it happen,
sure.
man. Shout out to all the subscribers who've been watching us on YouTube and email listening. You guys are the fucking best. With that, it's a wrap. Episode 20. Shout out Freddie. Shout out Isaac. Dude, we will catch you guys next episode. Thank you so much.